The story of Moses, from his birth to Israel's exodus from Egypt, is one of the most dramatic narratives in the Bible, primarily found in the book of Exodus. The Israelites' suffering. The Israelites are enslaved in Egypt. Pharaoh fears their growing numbers and orders all newborn Hebrew boys to be drowned in the Nile. A Hebrew woman, Jochebed, gives birth to Moses. She hides him for 3 months, but realizes she cannot keep him safe forever. Jochebed places Moses in a waterproof basket and sets him afloat on the river. Miriam, his sister, watches from a distance. Pharaoh's daughter discovers the baby while bathing. Moved with compassion, she decides to adopt him. Miriam offers to find a nurse for the baby, Jochebed. Jochebed secretly raises Moses for a few years before he goes to live in the palace. Moses grows up in Pharaoh's palace, learning Egyptian culture and leadership. He enjoys royal privilege, but feels drawn to his Hebrew heritage. Moses sees an Egyptian overseer beating a Hebrew slave. In anger, he kills the Egyptian and buries him in the sand. The next day, Moses sees 2 Hebrews fighting and tries to intervene. One of them asks, "Will you kill me as you killed the Egyptian?" Realizing his act is known, Moses fears for his life. Pharaoh seeks to kill Moses for his crime. Moses flees into the wilderness, leaving behind his royal life. Moses reaches Midian and rests by a well. He witnesses shepherds mistreating Jethro's daughters and defends them. Jethro, a priest of Midian, welcomes Moses into his home. Moses finds peace in Midian and begins a new life. Moses marries Zipporah, one of Jethro's daughters. He becomes a shepherd, living in exile for many years. While tending sheep on Mount Horeb, Moses sees a bush burning, but not consumed. God speaks to him, revealing his name, "I am who I am." God commands Moses to return to Egypt and free the Israelites. Moses is hesitant, saying he is not a good speaker. God reassures Moses and appoints his brother Aaron as his spokesman. Moses finally agrees to return to Egypt. Moses and Aaron tell Pharaoh, "Let my people go." Pharaoh refuses and increases the Israelites' labor. God gives Moses and Aaron signs to perform before Pharaoh. Aaron's staff turns into a serpent, but Pharaoh's magicians replicate the trick. God sends 10 plagues to punish Pharaoh for refusing to free the Israelites. The first, God turns the Nile River into blood. The Egyptians suffer, but Pharaoh's heart remains hard. Then plagues continues. Frogs cover the land. Lice infest people and animals. Flies swarm the cities. Livestock die from disease. The plagues worsen. Egyptians suffer from boils. A devastating hailstorm destroys crops. Locusts consume whatever is left. Darkness covers Egypt for 3 days. Moses warns Pharaoh of the death of the firstborn. Pharaoh still refuses to let the Israelites go. God instructs the Israelites to sacrifice a lamb and mark their doors with its blood. The angel of death passes over the marked homes. Every firstborn in Egypt, including Pharaoh's son, dies. Pharaoh finally agrees to let the Israelites leave.